Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how I got this look. It's basically my daily makeup look. It's using only drugstore products. Anything I use that's not drugstore, I'll link you the drugstore option of it. But this is basically how I feel pulled together in about 15 minutes, and it's like, I don't know, just enough, not too much, but I wear this to work. I wear this when I don't know what makeup look to wear. I wear this when I take my pictures for my Instagram blog. So this is the look for me. So for beauty and fashion tips, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and give this video a like if you like it by the end of the video, and hit the little bell on the subscribe button so that you can get notified of my future uploads. If you guys want to see how I got this look and you want to feel pulled together in 15 minutes, just keep watching. Okay, we are a go. So basically I already put my moisturizer on. I just wash my face in the morning and I put on a sunscreen. I normally use either the Neutrogena Healthy Defense or the Elta something. I'll link it below. So I will start with some type of primer. My favorite one from the drugstore is the Master Blur Stick from Maybelline. It kind of just washes out all my pores right here. I'm already moisturized, so I should be good to go. So this is really just to kind of cancel out the pores. So I just put them in that little T-zone and in my little smile lines. Put a little on my forehead. And that's it. Step 2, which is basically after primer, my very first thing I do is concealer. This is very, very well loved. It's the Instant Age Rewind Maybelline. So my color is, this one's in medium. And so basically when I start with this, and if I'm looking here, it's because I have a little mirror to actually do my makeup. Yeah, I start from the side of my nose. So I just always like my nose to be a little bit thinner. So basically I use this to achieve that, and I start by drawing kind of a line from, you see where this little shadow is? I kind of just follow that down with my concealer and give the illusion that the shadow is just till there. And I kind of take that and then I put a little bit out there, triangle, and then I'll do the same thing to the other side. So just kind of go down from where that shadow is. And then I'll pull right on kind of where I put that Master Blur Stick. And then I'll put a little bit on the outside. I always just put a little bit out there because when you blend it out, it gives you that lifted effect. And then you can kind of blend this out two ways. If I'm on the go and I'm not at home, I just used an e.l.f. small stipple brush. And oh my gosh, if you don't have this, you are missing out. It's the e.l.f. Total Sponge. I'll link that below too, but it is the best sponge you'll ever have. Like, it is better than a Beauty Blender dupe, and it's only freaking $5. Okay, so let's just assume I don't have that with me. I take my stippling brush and I just push the product in. I never put a lot of product right here because that's where bronzer and blush and stuff go. I really just want to thin out my nose a little bit and then brighten up just a little bit of darkness I have right in here, and then create that kind of lifted appearance. Do you see how I don't have shadow on, but just because I have natural pigmentation, putting a little concealer there creates that illusion. So, and then I just blend out the edges. Same to the other side. And then I'll take a little, if I have residual, and put it over on my chin. Or if I want more coverage, I'll just add a little bit of concealer here, and then a little bit to my forehead, and this nice little friend I have there, and then I'll push it in. I really like this stippling brush because it pushes it into your skin really nicely. I don't know what it is about a stippling brush that does that, but I freaking love it. And then sometimes if I want to just take this brightness into my eye, or if I'm putting shadow on and I want to actually use it as a primer, I'll just take this and take it right around and just do that. Do you see the difference? Same thing to this side. And I just kind of push. I don't really tug and pull on my skin. I'm getting older and I'm very afraid of wrinkles. And there you go. So next step is setting powder. I use the Physicians Formula, the healthy powder. This is my favorite setting powder ever. That's actually compact form. Otherwise, if you want a good setting powder from the drugstore, Maybelline Fit Me is a really good one. I also have the Coty Airspun. Those are both really good loose powders that I love, but if I'm doing something quickly, this is the powder I go to. It's like a buttery consistency, so I have super dry skin. So when you put this on, it doesn't give you that kind of caked up look. You can go ahead and take a regular brush, or you could take this e.l.f. brush that I love, and then you just kind of dip it in, and I go right up and next to the part where I put that concealer, and I just stamp this right in. And it gives you that kind of airbrushed look. Same. And it's not a lot. I just dipped in a couple times. I do like applying powder with a damp sponge just to make your face wet. Like if you bring out your sponge properly, it's great. And then you could set that in and you are good. Next step for me is liner. So I use this Scandalized liner from Rimmel. You can't see anything on this, so I'll just link it below. I use their brown color. It's a nice brown color. It's really rich, and it has like kind of a little bit of a speckle in it, so it's nice. But I just use it in my waterline, just like so. And then I also loosely use it on the corner of my eye like that. And then I take my finger and I just blend it out. My goal is to have just a little bit of darkness in the corner. When I'm doing an everyday makeup look, I don't do generally the full eyeliner and like the cat eye glam, but I love this kind of effect. And when you put mascara on over it, so you just put a little bit in that corner, and then again, I just take my finger and I blend it out. So it looks like you kind of are, I don't know, smoking it out, but you're using your finger and it takes 2 seconds. Next up is bronzer for me. I use NYX bronzer. It's called Blame It on Midnight, but I use this for everything, clearly. It's a shadow. I wish they had a bigger one so I could use it properly for everything, but I use this, especially because I used to travel a lot for work, for bronzer, shadow, nose contour, pretty much all of it. I'm just going to see what I can grab onto my little brush, and this is just an e.l.f. brush. I'll link all my brushes and stuff below. Let's see if I could get anything out. And I will go in right where the contour would be. I hope it's showing up a little bit on camera. I need more. There you go, you can see it a little. It's a little darker than my skin tone, but I always feel like that's like the most kind of perfect bronzer color to have, like not that muddy one. And then I'll just take it right at the bottom as well. So it's kind of the infamous 3, right? Did Kim Kardashian invent that? I really still don't know. If anybody knows, please let me know below. And then I will take just any kind of, I have a dual-ended brush from I don't know where, but it's just literally any type of little fluffy brush. And then I'll go into the nose too. So like I said, I normally kind of conceal from that part in. So from this shadow down, I just draw in a little bit of darkness. Same with the other side. I'm basically just acting like this part that has the curve just actually went all the way down. And I'll take a little more, and this will be my just crease shadow. I'm not gonna wear a crease shadow, and I always take my shadow crease all the way into this rim. So just to emphasize that and kind of bring that down. Let's see. Probably need more shadow to do this right, but I think you could see enough. I always feel like the beauty of this is just having the synergy between every part of your face. So it looks really natural. I have zero product on my brush. I swear to gosh, I need a new one of this, but you guys, if you have it, it works super well. If you're similar complexion to me, it works really, really well. So that's when I would go and highlight the little tip of my nose. I would normally use, and I don't have it with me, so I'm going to tell you because it is drugstore, but Maybelline has this Master Chrome highlighter. There's like a pretty kind of goldeny one that I really, really love. I don't have it. I finished it. So I'm just going to grab my What's Up that I have from before. It's a cream one. You could use cream or powder, and I'm just going to use a little bit of a dense brush and highlight just the very tip of my nose. A little bit right there. And that's it. Moving on, I'm going to go to brows. I use the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This is freaking amazing. Actually, something weird happened. I got another one and the formula didn't feel exactly the same, so very questionable. But generally, this is my favorite brow product of all time. I don't know why I keep doing this. But yeah, so for my brows, I keep it pretty natural. I just brush them up and out of my face. And then I take the bottom and I just kind of go along the very, very bottom of my brows, and I follow the natural shape just to emphasize the parts that are a little bit more scarce. You see how I kind of did that? And then for the top, I just, again, fill in just the parts that are a little bit more. And you could take it up a little bit. And that's it. I do the same thing on the other side. Like that. I like just drawing out the bottom more than the top because the top being fluffy is kind of cute. I know that's super in, right? Bushy brows. I don't really have bushy brows. My brows are pretty fine, which is funny because my hair is very thick. There you go. And then I take the end of this and right where that line was, and I kind of just start there and just diffuse the sharpness of it so it feels a little bit more natural. And then I pull it out. Then I'll take the very end and carve out the top. Same. Done. Next up is mascara. So for mascara, I always use a lengthening mascara and a volumizing mascara. This is the one I swore by forever for length. It was the Telescopic Carbon Black L'Oreal. But then I tested out, and this is again not drugstore, so I want to show you what I do use at the drugstore if I don't have this. But ever since I tried this guy right here, the Thrive Liquid Lash Extension, done. If you haven't seen my Curl My Lashes video, I'll link it right there so you can go see it. This thing, out of this world. So we're gonna go in with the lengthening mascara first. So I like the look of really full, kind of spidery looking lashes. If you don't like that, you don't have to double up on your mascara, but if you do, follow these steps. Do you see? That was just one coat. Like one barely coat. If you haven't tried this mascara, you are missing out. The only weird thing about this is that when you wash it off, it like clumps up together and falls right out. It almost looks like you're scared your lashes are falling out, but they're not. It's just the way the formula is, but it's freaking amazing. So let me just go over my lash strokes. So I basically take the wand and then I go towards the front of my lashes, kind of in that separating effect. And then I flip it the other way and then I go towards the ends. There you go, one coat on. Do you guys see the difference with just one coat? Unreal. Next side. I started my YouTube channel earlier this year when I had no idea what I was doing. And my editing was just like not that great, obviously. I don't know that it's going to be much better now, but I have put in a lot of effort into building my fashion page on Instagram that I restarted when all COVID happened. So I used to have one in 2013, abandoned it, work got crazy, came back in 2017, abandoned it, work got crazy, and now I'm back again because I love getting ready. I love fashion. I love beauty. And sorry, does anyone else stick out their tongue or like make funny weird faces with mascara? It's like so unattractive putting on mascara. Okay, I'll give that 1 second to sit and then we'll go in with the volumizing one. While it's sitting, I'll just tell you. So then I built an Instagram following, which I'm so grateful for. And so many people keep asking me for like hair tutorial. Oh, screw it, my hair's not that good today, but hair tutorials and makeup tutorials. And I was like, I need to get back on YouTube. So that's why I'm here. I'm gonna make my videos better. I'm gonna put them up every Thursday. I'm saying that because if I don't, you guys can yell at me. I'm giving you permission to just go off on me and tell me I'm the worst. So I gave it a second to set, but I'm excited to be here, and that's why I'm going to be consistent, putting up anything you ask me for there or here or anywhere. So up next for volume, I'm using the Voluminous Lash Paradise. When your lashes are a little tacky from that first coat, you'll go in with the volume. Same exact strokes, same exact process, and it just adds a thickness to them. Do you see the difference? And then do this at the bottom. And then go to the other side. Mascara done. So now I'll just wait for this to get tackier and I can just move straight on to blush. This is my favorite blush palette of all time. It's called the LA Girl Island Hottie palette. It is these colors right over here. These colors go really well with my skin tone. Normally pinks and stuff I'm not as much of a fan on. I like peaches and like mauve colors, and that's what this is, even though I don't think it shows that very well. So a lot of times I'll just mix them all, whatever my mood's kind of in, so why not? And this is the same brush I used earlier for just like warming up my face. And then I'll just go right in where I applied the bronzer, but just bring it in a little bit more towards my cheeks. And I do blush in like patting motions more so. And then I guess I just kind of do what I do with the bronzer. Next up will be my lips. So I've gotten so many questions about what lip combo I use, and literally it's only this. It's like not a crazy lip combo at all, and it's the most basic one, but for some reason I just love the way it looks. So it is the Wet n Wild in Nudist Peach and the NYX lip pencil in Nude Truffle. So this is a peachy tone. This is kind of a little bit more taupey brownie. I think that's so pretty for the rim. People always ask like, oh, what do you do to make your lips look so big and all that? This is it. Matte colors always do that. So I'll start with just applying this. Again, I said I have really, and so you see how that's peachy, and then I take this, and you see the brown. I just start kind of going around the edges. So it takes that kind of peach tone and like, I don't know, brings a little bit of taupey brown to it, which is my favorite lip combo. This liquid lipstick I also love because I don't feel like it gives me that same drying effect that most of them do, but this is it. So eyelashes should be tacky by now. Touch them, and then if you don't see any pieces on your lips, then you are on your fingers, and then you can do it. Probably waited a little too long, but then you'll take your fingers and you'll cut them at the end and just flip. Again, if you haven't seen my lash curling video, I show you more like precisely how to do this, but always look like funny. So the goal of this is just while they're a little tacky, you kind of have them shape up and then they dry in this way and they stay all day. Ready? So good. I swear to God, this works. So then the very last thing I do, because a little bit of that shadow peeks in and I'm not using like a super, super heavy coverage concealer, is I will go back to that face powder in the very beginning. I'll take a little bit more here and I'll just stamp it right there on the side to bring back a little bit of that slimming effect. So I don't use a setting spray every day, to be honest, but if I were to use one, this is my favorite one of all time. And it's called the Wet n Wild Cucumber. It's a 3-in-1 primer water. This is my favorite one. They have a bunch. I've tried them all. I don't know why. This is the one I love, so why not? Ready? I feel like it always adds that glow. So I also don't wear highlighter on my face every day besides that little tip on my nose. But if you do, use that Master Chrome one because it's so good. So there you have it. This is the final result. This is my everyday makeup. This is what I do anytime I leave my house pretty much ever. So I'll go ahead and take out my hair. And I don't know, side, middle. I don't know, let's just leave it on the side for now. But this is what it looks like. So it's 15 minutes, it's drugstore products, and I hope this was helpful. So if you guys like this video, please give it a like, this side or that side, not sure where it is. I'm gonna subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell so that you can get notified of all my future uploads. I'm gonna put up fashion videos, makeup videos, and you ask for it and you shall receive.